It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world. And you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Steve Sabo. I'm coming to you tonight or tomorrow from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, sunny Florida. And I'd like to welcome you across the 15 countries that we do business in and welcome you to this business presentation tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about a company and a business and the products that I truly believe in. And before I do that, I'd like to just introduce myself, give you a little background. When I say I'm a medical doctor, I am a board-certified emergency doctor, and I'm doing a business presentation. I guess it's not something that I was trained at in my 28 years practicing emergency medicine in New York and New Jersey, but again, I'm going to tell you why I'm actually here tonight. So, back up to early last year, February of last year, when I went up to my wife after 28 years of being an emergency doctor, and I told her, honey, I resigned from the ER. I resigned because it was just time for me to move on. I look back on it and I realized I was burnt out. I don't know if any of you have ever felt like you needed a change in scenery, a change in a job, a change in what you do. But that was the stage in life that I was at. And so things happened very quickly. We sold the house. Before you know it, my wife and I were on our way down to Florida. And I told my wife, you know what? I need a little bit of time to figure out what my next chapter is going to be. What am I going to do next? Because I realized that I needed to move on from clinical medicine. So it was around that time, February of 2023, that I received a call from Mr. Daniel Picou. You're going to hear about him in a few minutes. He's the owner of this company that we're about to talk about. And he told me that he was starting a new company involved with anti-aging and proactive wellness products. And would I like to be one of the doctors on the scientific advisory board? I said yes. And so we moved at the beginning of May to Florida. And 2 weeks later, I flew to the company launch and I spoke at the launch. At the end of the launch, Daniel Picou asked the medical doctors on the scientific board who would like to do the same thing at the Asia launch in Hong Kong in 2 weeks. Well, since I was the only doctor that didn't have a practice or a job, I kind of raised my hand, and before you know it, I was off to Hong Kong. And so why am I telling you this? Because I believe in life, sometimes you have these aha moments. And again, backtrack, I loved what I did as an ER doctor. I loved it. I had a great career, but I was looking for something new, something to be passionate about. And there I was on stage in Hong Kong talking about collagen, talking about proactive wellness, excuse me. And I realized that I could really make a difference with this company. And so when I got home, I told my wife about it. My wife and I are all in. Not only am I on the scientific advisory board teaching people about the products, but I'm also with my wife as distributors working our business as well. So let me tell you a little bit about this company as I share my screen here. So this is the name of the company. The company's name is THREE International. And this is a company that right around that time I was telling you about last February, there were 40 millionaires, entrepreneurs who met in Trump Tower in Las Vegas, along with Mr. Daniel Pacu, the owner, and they formed a new company, THREE International, that is a company that has great anti-aging and proactive wellness products. THREE International is based in Lehi, Utah. It's right outside Salt Lake City. And we have additional offices, as it says, in Hong Kong and in Indonesia. We are planning offices in Taiwan and in Kuala Lumpur as well. And here's a picture from the opening launch in Salt Lake City. This is the first event that I just mentioned that I spoke at. I'm in this picture somewhere here. This is a great company for so many reasons that we're going to talk about here today. And it's a great community. One of my favorite parts of the company is the community and the friends that I have made here. And as it says, it's a community of proven leaders, people who know the way, go the way, and show the way. You know, when you have a company, one of the important things to look at is the people that are running the company, the people that are in charge. And the people that are in charge here at THREE are terrific people. And it all starts with the owner of the company, Mr. Daniel Pacu. This is the gentleman, again, who called me and asked me to join the Scientific Advisory Board. He's a gentleman who comes from humble beginnings. I know him, I should add, because I worked with him on the scientific board of a prior company. He runs a great ship. He knows who to hire. He knows who to run. And nobody I would rather work with than Mr. Daniel Pacu. Now, he brought along Dr. Dan Gubler. Dr. Gubler is Caltech trained. He's the formulator of all of our products. I consider him a mentor and I consider him a friend. Let me talk about mentorship. And I have mentors for different areas in my life. I have mentors in my business, my THREE business. I have mentors in other areas, but I want to explain why Dr. Gubler is actually my mentor here, because I always learn something when I talk to Dr. Gubler, always learn something. He runs great meetings, he gives great talks, and I love his passion. His passion spreads throughout the company, and he's a great asset to the entire management team. The third person on the team here is Mr. Troy Moore. He's our COO, and one of his important duties here is to make sure that when somebody orders a product anywhere in the world, in our 15 countries that we're in, the product gets to where it's supposed to be. So our business model here is cross-border social e-commerce. I know that's a lot, but let me explain. Our business model is word of mouth. We don't do advertising like many companies, but it's word of mouth. We tell people either in person, on phone calls, we do it on social media. It's cross-border e-commerce, which means it's a seamless transition. So, for example, I always say if I sign somebody up in here in Florida across the street, it's just as easy to do that as to sign somebody up as a business partner or a customer in Malaysia or in Asia. And we do business, as you can see here, our phase one markets are 15 different countries here. And we have more in store. So who's our target market? I think it's important to look at this. Who do we kind of go after? Do we speak with? Well, people who want a business opportunity to work on their own time and their own space. Take myself, for example. I needed a change. And I think I asked you before, is this something that you're looking for? Are you looking for a change like I was? Or maybe you want something part-time to go along with a full-time job or another business because you get it. You see what we have here. Or maybe you're looking to have flexible hours. You have kids at home. You want to work on your own time and space. We also look for people who want better health and wellness, people who are looking for another stream of income. And this third part I talked about a little bit, people who get connected. We get connected with a like-minded community. And it elevates us, it supports us. I've made great friends through this business. And like-minded community is really, really wonderful. So our approach to wellness, we have an old paradigm, we have a new paradigm. The old paradigm was reactive wellness. So you get sick, you get injured, you come, you would have seen me, you see a doctor. Now we talk about proactive wellness, and that means wellness ahead of time before somebody gets sick. Old paradigm, you are what you eat. The new paradigm is you are what you absorb. And this is really important. And we're going to talk about this a little bit. And this is one of the things that makes our products different is the absorption. And finally, the third is your DNA is your blueprint. That's the old paradigm. And the new paradigm is that we put together phytonutrients, in other words, substances from whole foods and plants. And it says also here, the future of proactive wellness is epigenetics. I'm not sure if you know what epigenetics is, but it's how our genes are affected. And genes can be affected by the environment that we live in, pollution, etc., can affect our genes. Food can do that, and supplements can do that too. And we're going to talk about a study that we have with our products that improves the genes. And again, it says phytonutrition, absorption, lifestyle, and environment that determines longevity and health. So here's our scientific advisory board. I'm honored and proud to be a member of the scientific advisory board. All of our members are doctors, medical doctors, podiatrists. Most of us are in the United States. We have doctors in Indonesia as well and in Japan. We are unpaid. We do not get paid to endorse the company and the products. And what I would say is that all of the people here are dedicated to serving the customers, the brand ambassadors, and educating people on our company and our products. And we put our reputation on the line as well. So our science and technology, we have three pillars. Company is three. Of course, we have three pillars. First is exploration. Dr. Gubler goes around the world exploring and looking for new substances that can help human health. He contracted with a farm in Thailand where we have the THREE Scientific Institute, and this institute has wonderful organic fruits and vegetables and nutrients that we study, again, to find substances that help with health. And then curation, that means we take the substances and put them together. And then finally, the third pillar is absorption. And what you're going to see in a few minutes is a study. We don't just say our products get better absorbed like a lot of other companies out there, but we have proof that they're better absorbed. And again, I'll show you that study in a minute. So as I get into the PDR here, I'm going to talk about pieces of credibility that this company has. If you're asking yourself, oh, it's just another one of those companies, another company talking about health and wellness, what makes this company any different? Well, I'm going to tell you, because as a medical doctor and as a brand ambassador from this company, I can attest to the fact that we have areas of credibility. These are areas that I speak to people looking at the business, people in the health and the medical field who are looking at it. And this is one of the areas of credibility. The PDR, physician desk reference, or the prescriber's digital reference, is a guide used by medical professionals when we want to look up a medicine or a supplement. We look it up in this guide, we get the information on it. Now, not all products or supplements are in this guide, but THREE, this company, has all 6 health and wellness products, and it has our neurocosmetic, our skin serum that you're going to learn about in a few minutes, in here as well. We're the only company that has 6 wellness products in the PDR, and we are the only company that has a cosmetic, a skin serum in the PDR, and that's because it is a neurocosmetic and affects the brain as well. So credibility number 1. Credibility number 2 is the third-party clinical studies. Now, there are studies on each of the ingredients that we have in our products, but we also have studies on our products. And the first study here is our absorption study. This study shows that our products get 3.5 to 9.5 times more absorbed than a curcumin that you might sprinkle on a salad. We have an epigenetic study that I alluded to before that shows that 4 of our products were tested for genetic markers and showed an improvement of these genetic markers across the board with the use of these 4 products. One of the markers, interestingly enough, is GLP-1, and this is that substance that a lot of the weight loss drugs are using. And I feel that because these products affect the GLP-1, there are people that are losing weight. And again, we do not have specifically a weight loss product, but I believe that because some of these products affect the GLP-1 in a positive way, it's leading to people losing weight. And finally, the third study is on our Revive product, our anti-inflammatory curcumin product that shows an improvement in inflammation. And finally, and let me just go back, and then the third area of credibility, I would say, is our research that we do and that THREE Scientific Institute. So 3 areas of credibility, this company sets it apart. Now let me talk about our 6 wellness products. And it all begins with multivitamin. And our first product, Vitalite, on the left, is our multivitamin. That square in the middle is actually a packet of 5 different pills. It has 72 trace minerals and vitamins. It has a berry blend. It has a probiotic. And one of the other substances is a marine Norwegian salmon. It's a omega fatty acid, and its purest form. So that's the Vitalite. It all starts with that. Revive is the next product. They're these small brown pills, if you can make that out on the picture over here. and it contains namely curcumin. Curcumin is the world's most potent anti-inflammatory, and this is great to take after a workout, or some people actually take it before they work out to prevent that muscle fatigue, the muscle soreness that people get. I personally take it every day because I believe we're all inflamed from the environment, from the foods that we eat. And so I know that it's decreasing inflammation in the body. Immune is our next product, and as it says, it's our immune modulator. It contains substances such as nano silver. It includes vitamins. It includes elderberry. And these are substances that help when we feel ill. I know that we have brand partners that when they feel like a virus coming on, they'll take, instead of 2 a day, they may take 6 pills, maybe even twice a day. They feel that it shortens the duration of symptoms. The next product here is Purify, and this is our detox pill. It's a great product. I take this every evening before I go to sleep, and it has substances that pull out toxins and heavy metals from the body. And the great thing about this product is that it's not like the other detox that you hear about that cause diarrhea. This product works effectively and does not cause any change in bowel habits. The next product is my favorite product, and this is the Eternal, and it's more than its berry flavor. It comes in a purple packet like it shows over here. This is our longevity blend because it contains antioxidants. Antioxidants such as glutathione, such as CoQ10, resveratrol. Resveratrol is that substance that's found in red wine, and it's a wonderful substance. The amount of resveratrol in this product would be the equivalent of 170 glasses of wine. I think, frankly, it would be a little easier to take this product. And our sixth product, collagen or collagen, is an oral collagen. It contains 5 grams of marine collagen, and it also contains a substance that actually stimulates the body's cells to produce all types of collagen, and that is pomegranate juice. The reason that we have 10 packets, a 1-month supply is 10 packets, is because we take the collagen the first 10 days of the month, then we're off for 20. And while we're off on those 20 days, the pomegranate juice is stimulating our cells to produce more collagen. And so that's how this wonderful product works. Next, we have the Visage line. Visage means face in French, and it includes a serum, a cleanser, and a toner. These products were introduced over the last few months. And let me highlight our super serum, which is the world's first and only neurocosmetic. So what does that mean? It means it's a skin serum that you put on your face. It helps with blemishes, it helps with wrinkles, but it gets deep down in the skin and it stimulates the nerve cells in the skin to stimulate the brain to produce substances such as DHEA and serotonin. And this causes you to feel better and to be in a better mood as well. And preliminary studies are here. We're going to be having the final study, I'm told, by Dr. Gubler is going to be coming out shortly. So let's talk a little bit about the business here. And what we have here is a turnkey business here in THREE. And this is a business that has a website. So you have a website, you want to show the business or products to somebody, you show them your website. It's great for e-commerce, great to sign people up. We have a back office. On the back office, you can basically run your whole business. Tracks your business. We have media tools in the back office, great reference materials. You promote the business. All this stuff is in the back office. And then we have a training system. You're not on your own when you join THREE. You have the people that sign you up. You have your team, but you also have a system. And that's what this business is about. It's about duplication and making it easy for people to learn how to do this business. So how do you make income? We have multiple ways to generate income here in three, and I'll briefly go over these 6 ways. Retail commission, so you sell a box of product and you get 25 to 30% commission on the product. Introductory bonus, we're going to talk a minute about when you get signed up as a business partner, we have packs that you buy in order to join three. And we have bonuses ranging from $25 to $350 that come with the sale of these packs. We have commission overrides and referral matching bonuses. So if I sign up Mary and Mary does a certain amount of business and makes a certain income from that, because I signed her up, I get an override of the amount of income that she gets. I even get an override of the income that Mary, for whoever Mary signs up as well. Then we have a global bonus pool. This is for reaching the rank of 4-star. You get a pool which comprises 3% of the global revenue of the company, and that's shared with people who reach that rank and above. And then finally, the last way to make income is our global founders pool. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but you buy the founders pack and you participate in 2% of the global revenue of the company. One of the great things that we have here at Three also, boy, brings back a lot of memories, is our trips, incentive trips. Since we started a year and a half ago, my wife and I have been to Mexico twice. We've been on a cruise. And here it says Cabo in Vietnam. My wife and I are excited that we're going to be going to Vietnam later this year. I think this trip is this summer. We also have a trip for the top people, the 6 stars, as they call it, to France and Monaco. And that looks like it's going to be a fabulous trip as well. So how do you get started? Well, first you decide. You're not interested in the business? No problem. Be a retail customer and sign up and order the product. Now, if you are interested in the business, you can become a business builder. And how do you do that? Easy, 2 steps. First, you enroll as a brand ambassador. That's $30. That's a yearly fee, and you choose a package. I always say it goes from good, better, best. And we now have 2 intro packs. Prices are listed there. That's in US dollars. And then a premium pack and all the way up to the Founder Plus pack. Now, let me just harp on the Founder Plus pack. This is the best pack. Again, you're going to get in where you fit in, but if you can do this pack, it includes the Smart Chip for a year. It includes that Founders Pool I was talking about, and the $2,800 gets you over $4,000 in product. Now, before you go anywhere, I want to bring on some business partners that we're going to be speaking to. Can everybody turn their microphone on and their camera on? Here we are. And we're going to talk to each of them and want to learn a little bit about what they do, and you can hear their testimonials. So first, from the state of Texas, I want to welcome Janelle. Janelle, how are you today?
Good, good. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity to share.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So my journey began in this industry 26 years ago. Before my journey, I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. I was $30,000 in debt on credit cards. I worked 50+ hours a week as an office manager while taking 2 graduate classes to finish up my master's degree in psychology, because that's what my family thought I should do. I drove a car that had a slit in the roof. I used to get rained on. I didn't have $500 to fix it for the deductible. And I began in this industry and I fit it into the nooks and crannies of my life. I was able to quit my job after 6 months of starting, and I didn't even use my master's degree in psychology, but I had the debt to prove it. And I was so blessed in my previous platform to be a 2-time $1 million director. And I don't say that to brag. but to stand here as a possibility that this industry can potentially change lives drastically. It changed mine. I saw my single mom. She worked 2 jobs, 3 paper routes, and I never saw her. And I wanted to see my children grow up. But I also wanted to be able to provide an incredible future for them. So why did I start THREE? Well, my 12-year-old son was diagnosed a year ago with an inflammatory process, and it caused neurological issues, and that with like 100 motor tics and verbal tics a day, severe OCD, just a whole other host of symptoms. And I tried everything. I mean, we tried everything in the medical community, and we spent thousands and thousands of dollars, and we saw no improvement. I was introduced to THREE 11 months ago, and I started my son on these supplements, and I started to see not drastic changes overnight, but I started to see subtle changes like less tics, less OCD. And so I finally see a light at the end of the tunnel with this journey. And my goal in THREE is to build an incredible future for my family and my children, and to help others achieve health and help people build businesses and realize that they can achieve the life that they deserve through this platform. So thank you for allowing me to share.
Janelle, thank you. And first, I'm so happy about your child that those symptoms have improved. As a doctor, I've seen patients with what you're talking about, and can be so hard to treat. So happy. But I wanted to touch on one other thing you said. You said all the way at the beginning, you fit this business into the nooks and crannies. So I think it's important for people out there to realize that you don't need to have like 20 hours in a row, 5 days a week. I'm just making this up, off in order to do a business like this. You can fit in the time where you make the time, basically, and you were able to do that, and you've been very successful. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So everybody, I'd like to bring on a woman, just met her, from California. She goes by the name Z. And Z, welcome here, and tell us a little bit about your testimonial.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sabo. Hi, everyone. My name is Z Black. I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years. I was in the used car dealership industry and an insurance agent for 20 years. In the beginning, I worked 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. And during that time, I met a guy named Samson Lee, working at the auto auction where we would buy our cars. And we became good friends. And then in 2009, he invited me to join him in a brand new company at that time. And I said no 2 times. I really felt I didn't have the time, but I sat back and I watched him and Kim build this company to over $10 billion, one country at a time. And I felt like I missed out after a little while watching him. I thought, I regret not taking a closer look. But fast forward, in 2013, I got into working in stem cell and regenerative medicine. And one of the most significant moments for me was when a patient came to me and said, Z, did for me in 10 minutes what doctors can do for me in 20 years. And I realized that this is what I want to do. I really want to help people. So when Samson came back to me again in 2023 and said they're starting a brand new company, am I in or out? I said, I'm in. I wasn't going to miss it this time. And when I found out about THREE science and their focus on epigenetics, I was super excited because I know that this is one of the futures of medicine. And I can see how it's helping people tremendously all over the world with their health and just with their overall mental state. But I'm so excited to help my friends also build a legacy for themselves. That's one of the things why I'm doing this. And I myself love the products. I actually am off of all of my hormone medication that I've been on for several years. And I just want to say that there's really no other platform out there quite like this. There's no industry where we really want others to succeed more than ourselves. When I had my dealership, There's always a lot of competition out there and other dealers all down the street. And you never want them to sell more cars than you or be more successful than you. But this business is the opposite. And you're really rooting for your team to be better than you. I just love that about this.
Thank you, Z. Couple things I took out of what you just said. One of them, you said that you were asked by Samson several times and you said no. And I think a lot of people, and Samson is one of the leaders in the company, and people would say somebody said no to Samson twice. But I think it was the timing, it sounds like, when he came up to you again. I actually, there was something else you brought out at the end. And anyway, thank you very much. And glad you're having success with the company.
Thank you very much.
The next person I'd like to bring on is a gentleman who has been a friend of mine, and we work together in this company. I've known him since we used to go to baseball games in New York City. He now lives in North Carolina. He's a chiropractor and he's a physician assistant, and he's a good friend of mine, Dr. Brett Rossman. Welcome.
Thank you, Steve. I just want to thank everybody for their talk and their input. And I had the pleasure of being introduced to THREE and THREE's products by Dr. Sabo. Like he said, we have been friends for about 25 years. I have been a chiropractor and a family practice physician assistant for about 30 years. I've been a chiropractor since 1984, though due to some unforeseen circumstances, my chiropractic career was ended and I suffered some rather significant injuries, which required significant medications, and thereabout came my involvement with ultimately THREE and the THREE products, which fortunately for me, due to significant inflammatory issues, I have been able to get myself off all prescription pain medications, all prescription anti-inflammatory medications due to THREE's products. Now, nothing can be said to specifically cure or treat anything specific. However, I did not have any real choice in the matter. It was either find something natural or live the rest of my life in significant pain. And fortunately, for me, having found THREE, I don't live my life in constant severe pain. Then I took it one step further when I turned to Dr. Sabo and said, okay, the products are phenomenal. Now what's the business? Because face it, I'm not getting any younger. I'm 65. I don't want to be doing what I've been doing for too much longer. So I'm looking for something that I can help people get better health, better wealth, and at the same time, just enjoy myself, where my play is my work and my work is my play, and you can't tell the difference.
Right. Right. And Brett, we're kind of in the similar, I was looking for something additional before I left the field of emergency medicine, and you're looking for that side stream of income that you can go into full time when you've decided it's time to move on as well.
Correct.
So I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight. And so you've heard from several testimonials. What I would say to you is, if you're looking for a change, maybe you want to do something different. If you're looking for a side stream of income, if you're looking for something for flexible hours, I would say definitely consider what we've showed you here tonight. And most important, get back to the person who sent you here. Thank you very much, and good evening.
Good evening.